Yeah, I've been playing Minecraft. I wasn't even watching.
All right,
I
welcome
wasn't
back to the
watching most of the
Survivor
episode.
Conquest podcast. I think last week we said we'd have a new guest, but that's a
And we
lie.
do. No, we do. This is Hefe. He's new to the podcast. Introduce yourself, Hefe.
My name is Hefe. I'm half Mexican. I'm I'm
What's the other
I'm
half?
I'm more Mexican than Isaiah. I'll tell you that.
Well, I'm not
Wow.
Mexican, so if you're claiming to be Mexican, I guess so.
He's he's not Mexican. He's a Mexicanimal. Didn't you see the quote?
Mexican. Okay, listen. Important question for the viewers. This is off topic. This is not,
Ruler.
huh?
Men or women if the other side completely disappeared. We were debating this. If all men disappeared or all women disappeared just like that, and we could not reproduce. There, women are not allowed to raid existing sperm banks to reproduce. We are not able to reproduce at all. That's just it. We can't grow test tube babies, nothing. Who lasts longer, men or women? Because you got to think like it's not just lifespan, like Isaiah was saying. Because yeah, sure, women on average live a little longer, but does that like I don't think that really matters. Like, how would it societally affect? And like, what about all our public infrastructure? Like, I feel like typically, like a majority percentage of blue collar jobs are still held by men mostly. I don't know the actual statistics, but I would imagine that that is an accurate statement. So like, sure, women could fill those roles, but would they be able to fill enough of that position, those positions, while abdicating their previous positions that also may be important to where they could actually function and all critical infrastructure could maintain? Probably it could happen, but then what's the butterfly effect from them abandoning their other roles? Like, we don't know.
Well, considering like half the population's gone, I feel like things like building new houses won't play a role or
No. And
expand
I mean,
some of this, like
just think like I'm curious also like what percentage of like farmers are men? I don't know that. Like, yeah, like you think, oh, what's a farmer look like? You're probably picturing like an old white man, but like, is that actually true for a majority percent? How many female farmers are out there, and are is there enough to actually like supply the entire population? Sure, the population got cut in half, but like still.
Okay, quick
Isaiah, what are your
question though.
thoughts?
So, are you saying that, like, I guess the opposite gender can't take on like the opposite gender's traditional role in society? You don't
Well,
think
they
there can be
can.
a
I'm just wondering about the critical mass and existing skill sets because you're losing a large percentage of people in like fields. Like I'm saying, particularly blue collar jobs, because that's the stereotype is that it's mostly men in blue collar jobs. That's not entirely true, and that percentage has been, I'm assuming, rising for women as more women enter the workforce. But just like through the years, as society progresses. But like I'm just wondering like how does the public infrastructure and critical infrastructure adapt to a situation like that? And like I said, like farmland, like there's I mean even if it's 50-50 for men and women farmers, like at the end of the day, how much does like can the 50% women farmers take on the now absent workload of the 58% of male farmers? Like what where's the logic in that? Like how does it work out? Can they do that and still supply the entire world and maintain is really the big thing. Because at the end of the day, the core of this question is that we are going to die. The crux of the question is that we cannot reproduce no matter what. But who lives longer? Or even just, I could even make the question a bit more open to interpretation. Who makes out better? Because, yeah, sure, maybe women live longer. So then that's just how it ends up happening. But what society functions better before we go extinct? I guess I'll rephrase the question as that. What do you guys think there? And let's keep the sexism to a minimum. I'm just asking for honest
I feel
opinions.
like
What do you think
regardless of
logically would happen?
it's either one or the other, and I think no matter what,
either
you're gonna sound sexist probably to somebody. So
Oh, sure, but I mean, I'm not opening it up like from a biased point of view. I'm just asking as an honest exploration of the
I,
thought. Like,
I well, I think should I even answer this question? Nobody's probably watching this
yes.
anyway. I think oh my God. I think that A society with all men would do a bit better, in my humble, but that's just my opinion, you know?
Yeah, but why? What do you think makes that the
I think
case?
why not? I think that's the question we should be asking.
I don't know, like, I mean, I mean, well, one, I'm assuming because, like, women are critical in every major field, pretty much, same as men are critical in every major field. Like, sure, there are some stereotypes of, like, these are men jobs or women jobs, but at the end of the day, like, there is still probably a critical amount of the other gender in each position, probably for most jobs out there. So, like, it's just, I don't know how, like, the world gets affected. Like, even just thinking about politicians. Like politicians, are they mostly men? I don't know what the gender
Yes,
divide there
they
is.
are.
Yes, yes.
What? You just
Yeah, like I could assume that they're mostly men. But then
Same.
so then we're like Trump is gone, like is gone, like all of the US government just
How are
disappears
they
like that.
going?
That leaves a big power vacuum. Like what does that happen? Does like a bunch of wars spark if it happens?
okay.
Honestly,
Because
I don't think
Question.
I think wars will stop.
Okay. Question. So, is this scenario just happening from like today, moving on, like onward,
yeah,
like just
yeah,
like
let's say
whoever's left over?
we
I
wake
think
up and all of them are gone. We don't know why, but they're just gone. Like there's no message in the sky saying all men or all women are gone. We just wake up one day and we got to slowly figure out for ourselves, holy shit, half of the world's population just disappeared.
Well,
Like,
based
and
on
also just like how quickly does it take for the world to collapse? Because like we're not just carrying on for the rest of our lives. And that's really the biggest question here is how long can a society survive with just one gender if the other just disappears in a circumstance like this? Because, yeah, like Isaiah said, his first argument point was that, well, women live longer, so that would be the society that lasts the longest because women live longer. But you got to think more about the fact that society is going to collapse. Like, that's the real main factor here. So, how long and to what quality of life do we have? Do we maintain any semblance of society? Come on,
um
guys. I'm not getting a lot of back and forth
well,
here. You got
okay,
to
no. So,
engage.
but based on, I think government, if all men disappear, just based on the facts, most elected officials are men. So, yes, I think a lot of government would just completely collapse and just be, or maybe like somewhat non-existent. Well, maybe not non-existent, but a lot of people would have to be reelected, I guess. And I don't know how they would go about that with
Then
so
at the same
many
time,
people not in government.
if such a crisis occurred, like, do we even bother trying to elect new officials, or does the entire world just erupt into chaos immediately? Like, there have to be like it's not like everyone's just gonna go nuts. Or like one side of the gender is just gonna go nuts because all men disappear, so all women go nuts, or all women disappear, so all men go nuts. Like there, everyone's still just, or for the most part, people are still average people, but this is an unparalleled situation. So does the world just devolve into crisis? Like it's not going to be nuclear war, but like what does happen?
From a
Like that's I'm
political
so curious.
I think,
standpoint, go ahead.
now that I think about it more, I think women will survive longer.
I
I
told
think
Yeah,
you.
I think I would err on
like
that
I
side as
keep thinking
well.
about it, but like I feel like for the most part, if like all women disappear, I think like I don't know. I think like men will like like lose purpose more than like if men were to disappear.
Oh wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
And I
This
think
is a
like
very good point that I just thought about. So this is hypothetically speaking, all men would disappear, but there are still like, you know, sperm banks and whatnot in the country and
that's
like
what
in
I
the
said. It
world.
doesn't work. That's what
Oh,
I
you said
said is
that?
that
Oh,
we're
okay.
not able to reproduce anywhere, anyone in any way. Women
Um,
cannot raid existing sperm banks. But also one thing I wanted to posit is just like the idea of like, yeah, like critical infrastructure falling apart. And for me, this is my own personal experience. I work in a truck stop as a supervisor. I see all the truckers that come in every single day. Maybe one in every like 200 is a woman. So that's all of your truckers that are transporting all of your goods across the country are gone.
I'm
Like that's a massive hole to fill. So now all of your food is not getting transported. Even if the female farmers that are left are able to still maintain the farms, they're not getting their food out because there's no drivers left. So that's an immediate vacuum from an industry that is mainly men that is just completely wiped out.
I'm telling you right now, if women were to disappear, people would stop getting paid. Like you find that reasonable, right? People would stop
Why?
get people would stop getting paid. Do you think men, truckers, and like blue collar workers, do you think they're gonna continue working when women who like obviously like their families and whatnot are gone, their sense of purpose is gone.
I mean, that's also
They're
yeah,
not
that's
gonna
also like an
they're not
important
gonna
point is like
fucking
the mental
they're not
factor. Like,
they're not
how
gonna
many
they're
people
not
are
gonna work
losing
for
their
the sake
wives, people are losing their daughters or their husbands or their sons.
they're not
Like,
gonna
that's a
work
big
for
mental
this
factor.
they're not going to work for the sake of other for the sake of other men. If all the women were to disappear, like one, they're gonna like kill themselves, or two, they're just gonna fucking live in peace and just not do anything for the rest of their lives. And I don't know.
They're gonna work to provide for themselves at least, so
Yeah,
like
Well, yeah, but like then
provide
but
for
like the mental
themselves, but
factor.
they're not gonna like try to contribute in any way to society or in a society to other men. Like, are you kidding me?
But then would women? Like, I mean, I think it's less so that like oh men aren't gonna unless like if there's not women to provide for. I think it's less that more just like if you lose your family, like if I woke up tomorrow and my mom was gone, or if I woke up, or I guess if I wouldn't wake up and my brother, my dad would be gone, but if my mom woke up tomorrow and my or her boyfriend was gone and my brother and I were gone, like the mental fact, like she's not hosting her tours anymore. She's not like taking business meetings. Like she's not doing that. Like, but I
it,
don't know what she does do. Like does she just let's say does she buckle down and go and fill a role of critical infrastructure that's left void now by the absence of men, like, or
But
left
if
mostly void by the
it's gonna
absence of
take a
men?
but
Like,
like
mental
what?
but like
toll
what's
on
what's the
on
point?
everybody, no matter what.
What's the
Yeah, but then
point?
yeah,
What's the
you'll have,
point?
but that's a great idea. Is that how
Humankind is
many
going to come
like?
to an end. What's the point of doing that for other people? Just
Yeah,
making other
exactly.
people's lives easier when you know that like it's just going to come to an end. So like, what's the point for anybody?
Yeah. So, but then does the world just evolve into chaos? Do we become like? Is it like a Mad
Yeah,
Max apocalypse
every
style world?
yeah, everybody's going to hoard up and just try to like live the rest of their lives in ease. Or again, like I said, they're just going to kill themselves because what's the point?
Yeah.
Especially for these like 70, 80-year old men that have nothing to do but sit there with their elderly wife. Your wife's gone. What the fuck are you gonna do? Your
Well,
social security's gonna stop getting paid. Everything's gonna stop.
but there are like people in today's society now with the way things are that like husbands that outlive their wives and they're old. Like you don't hear, I don't think many stories of them killing themselves because their wife's dead.
Yeah, listen. Your pension's gonna stop getting paid. What the fuck are you gonna do? Taxes are gonna be getting paid. What are you gonna do?
I
Hmm.
mean, even still, like, I mean, and even, well, I don't know how true this is, but like the stereotype is that it's mostly women nurses. I don't know how true that is today in today's day and age, but
I
like
think it's still
that's
true.
critical infrastructure. Yeah, I mean, it's probably still a majority women, but there's still a certain amount of
It,
male nurses by now.
I
yeah,
But
think
there's more
I
guys,
think most
but
like losing that, like that's all of your healthcare gone pretty much. Like nurses are the backbone. There's probably like way more nurses than there are doctors out there. Like,
I mean it's like I feel like for a lot of the men, unless like something like is like critical that's happening to you, you have no reason to go to the hospital. It's like I feel like if there's nothing at the end of the road, what's the point of checking for cancer or whatnot? Like,
you know.
what's the point of opening Pandora's
so
box?
so
If
you think
something
a lot of
happens,
people just aren't gonna see that much purpose in living?
yeah.
I mean, I think that's logical, but then like
You
where do the people go that
can't
do
start a
try
family.
and keep going?
If you're gay, maybe it's your paradise. But like, like what?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Like, but
Hmm.
still,
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
no.
I think it's because it's so difficult to really say who would
This isn't a
last
sur-
longer.
This isn't a
The
Survivor
blunt answer
episode.
is that like there would be a portion of the population of the remaining gender that would try and keep things running properly. But I think the logical answer and the problem is that it makes everything so unpredictable that we'd probably quite quickly face immediate societal collapse on a large scale with more smaller pockets of maintained society. And even then that might be tenuous is probably like maybe like The Last of Us. I don't know. maybe
You love
maybe
that
if the
I
game though. You
world
love
if
that
one
video game.
gender
Wouldn't it be cool to
disappeared it
live in
would be
that
The
world?
Last of Us.
I guarantee you, there's like an
Well,
interesting book or TV show that like touches upon this exact thing.
yeah, there's a
Probably.
movie with Tom Holland that's I think is about this. I don't think it was a very good movie, but it was probably based on an okay book. So maybe we'll look into that and we'll touch back on that after the finale.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway,
So
we are here to
yeah,
break
wait,
down
wait, wait.
Survivor
Should I
50,
include this? I could easily
episode
just
12.
I could just cut this or like just stop the recording
No,
instead.
you have to include that.
Okay. No, but
For
real
all the
talk,
people that are
honestly,
watching this, Isaiah, this is important. This
real
is
talk.
Just
this was a
at
breakdown of this was a metaphor for season 24 One World.
just put just put just put in the description. Skip to like here or something.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
for all
But
those folks out there.
I was gonna say like real talk, like I mean I love Survivor and all, but I feel like doing a podcast on some random topic like this or some sort of debate or like open-ended, incredibly open-ended question would be more interesting.
Then this episode, maybe.
Y'all don't want to talk about an Aubrey masterclass? What are we doing? y'all,
Aubrey
The episode
y'all,
just felt
Masterclass.
y'all don't want to sit here and glaze Aubrey? What are we doing?
Aubrey did fine. I'm not mad at Aubrey at all. It's just like losing Devens and then losing Cirie. Like the Cirie vote was at least interesting. Devens was just a foregone conclusion. I'm happy he had the tact and the know-how to at least play a shot in the dark. So he really went home with nothing in his pocket. But still, I mean, it was fine. But yeah, the Cirie vote, I thought that was pretty entertaining. And honestly, like I'm not mad at the Cirie vote because I feel like she gave it her best shot. Like she still pulled in like or pulled some good moves. It just didn't work out. Why? Well, because she's Cirie fucking Fields. Like she is amazing. Is she as good as Tony or as Sandra? I mean, maybe there's debatable aspects, but I would say overall, no. So sorry, Aubrey, I have to disagree with that hot take, but I'm sure you won't care about that because if I have my head's in the right place, I think you'll probably be $2 million richer by the end of next week. But uh, honestly, like actually thinking about the actual content of this episode. It was fine. It was a generic double boot like we used to get pretty commonly. If we were going to get double boots this season because we had this French roll into one episode, like this is the way I would have wanted it to happen. I wish we could have gotten like a final 9 and 8 vote instead of this and not that twist last week. I didn't even mind the twist last week though. But the actual content, the Cirie vote, I think objectively, looking past the fact that it's heartbreaking to lose Cirie, was a really interesting vote to break down and see it all play out. I really enjoyed it.
I'm surprised they didn't give her like this like big like monumental like little like scene that like shows her exit.
Oh yeah,
Well,
and
like I
start playing
said,
like the
I think
sad music or something and do this whole yeah, I'm
I
surprised.
mean, they've probably done it like a
they're
couple
probably
times.
saving it for Tiffany next week, who is suddenly very
Tiffany.
important and
Tiffany
a
doesn't
big
deserve
threat.
that. I'm sorry,
We got
Tiffany, if you're
we got
listening.
we got new new age Michelle. Come on, what are you talking about? That's
Oh
new
my
age
God.
Michelle.
Oh yeah. So Aubrey, listen, I think we could all here agree that Aubrey is going to be the winner, probably most likely of season 50. And Aubrey just like I don't want to hate or dunk on Aubrey because people have been doing it all
You want
season.
to dunk on Aubrey? Just dunk on Aubrey. I know you just want to dunk on
Like
her.
her
Just dunk
I
on
was
her.
fully expecting for this to be like this crazy episode from Aubrey. I thought like she was gonna like I mean, debatable. Some people might say, yeah, I guess she was the first person to throw out Cirie's name, so that was like her move. But I thought it was going to be more of a like crazy move, like a plurality vote or flush Rizzo's idol, do all this crazy stuff. I mean, it wasn't unanimous, like looking at the vote, but really it kind of was. I feel like Tiffany just threw a vote onto Aubrey just for jury management reasons. So Aubrey, very disappointing showing. She was okay at best. And her take on like saying that Tiffany all of a sudden is this massive threat and she's like the next Michelle Fitzgerald. Uh, okay. No. Uh
Yeah.
good.
But like I said, like I mean, just going into the strategy of this vote, like I think Cirie, I appreciated that it was Cirie had some skin in the game. Like maybe it could very likely have just been a lot more clear cut, and Jonathan and Joe really weren't ever all that swayed, and they were probably always going to do Cirie. But from what the edit showed us, there was some conflict there, and I think she made a good move. Like she could have just snitched on Rizo, but she didn't. And I'm assuming that a factor in that is I imagine she likely was banking on Rizo remaining loyal to her, so she didn't want to snitch on Rizo, even though Rizo was the one that she could actually throw under the bus. So I'm assuming why she didn't do that to Rizo. She was banking on getting Rizo's vote to stay, and Aubrey is just an easier person to throw suspicion on and try and get other people to vote since Rizo had the idol. But I liked the actual content of this. I felt like there was a good back and forth. If it wasn't Cirie and it was just like a new era season that was just like six players that left and this is the vote that happened and I hadn't met any of these guys before, I'd be pretty intrigued as to who was gonna go home. But because it was Cirie, like it still just felt like a foregone conclusion. But the actual content, the strategy, the strategic back and forth, with like the quiet war going on between Cirie and Aubrey, I really liked it. I thought it was a good back and forth. I wish Aubrey was the one that went home at the end of the day, although, like, here, I'll say this and then I'll stop rambling. I have come around on Aubrey, like, since the merge, but she's still not my favorite. Like, she still is just, like, such an player. I don't know. I really liked her in Co Wrong. And then
I
Game
agree.
Changer, she wasn't really around. The Edge of Extinction, she was bad. And this season, yeah, it's just been like highs and lows where the lows are pretty low and the
But
highs are
what are her
pretty
highs?
medium. I just for me personally, my enjoyment of her, not in her game, but I appreciate her coming back like after she took out Genevieve up to like the last couple episodes, she was fun. I liked her. Like she was just like this scrappy underdog. But I think a factor of it is also sorry, I'm rambling too much, but I think a factor in just like feeling about Aubrey is that I think she is going to win and the edit is trying to portray her in a better light. But I feel like
Her
they're
game
struggling
was
because I
it's
feel
so
like if
hard
she
and they don't
was,
have a lot of material to work with because her game really is
yeah.
that bad. Yeah.
Well, I don't think she is that bad. It's just like I expected more. Like I wanted this to be like this big queen making move where she takes out Cirie, but it felt more like it was just like everyone probably kind of wanted to take out Cirie anyway after Tiffany went home. Like it just kind of happened. Like it doesn't really feel like, oh, this is Aubrey's move. All hail Queen Aubrey, winner of season 50. I think that's my problem is that she's just like once she finally had this Phoenix Rising moment, it felt kind of underwhelming, which is maybe just my expectations.
I,
Maybe I was thinking it was going to happen for so long, and it did happen, and then but then when it happened, it was just kind of eh.
I think
But yeah,
it's because they're learning. They gave Erica a terrible winner's edit, so I think like from there on, the winner has to get some sort of like edit that shows that
well, yeah, like I don't doubt like if she beats like I guess I'm assuming probably Tiffany isn't going to be there. I would assume Tiffany's our fifth placer, but I'm assuming she's there with Riz some amount of Rizzo, Joe, Jonathan.
I bet you the final three will be Aubrey, Joe, Jonathan. That's my like prediction.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I
surprised at
think
that.
I
But
think
I don't know,
Tiff
I could see
goes
Rizzo
But
sliding in there too.
if that
Tiff
is the
goes at
final
five,
three,
Rizzo's at four.
I was gonna say if that's the final three, like how does Aubrey beat Jonathan? Jonathan played a
I
better
mean,
game.
yeah,
I
but
think
it's not lost on me that the edit could just be showing us everything from Jonathan's perspective with how he thinks he's playing the game. But looking at it from an objective standpoint, there has to be a reason why Jonathan hasn't had his name written down. He's only won one immunity. He's
I think
probably not that well liked, is my guess. Like, I think
I
you got to
yeah.
recognize what the edit is trying to show us. And even though, like, objectively, like, Aubrey doesn't come across that likable generically. Like, I liked her in the mid portion of the game. I think she was fun, but I think that was more just, I think that was her positioning, allowing her to be more likable. But I think it's just also just her personality overall. Excuse me, sorry. It's not something I'm naturally drawn to. But with what the edit's telling us, it wants us to root for Aubrey. It wants us to see the through line for why Aubrey wins. And I think for Jonathan, it wants to explain why Jonathan played a good game, but ultimately lost. And it's
I
probably just like he's not as low liked. I don't maybe I'm not
yeah,
gonna say he's unlikable, but I just don't think he's well liked enough.
I I don't think Jonathan's made like enough of the jury connections. I think like Aubrey is more similar to most of the jury in like age and I guess commonality. And then I think she can better I don't know, portray herself in the final three as a better player, like an underdog player.
Yeah. She absolutely has that underdog narrative, which is the biggest thing. It's just that, I don't know, like it just feels underwhelming to me compared to
It,
like
it
previous underdog edits we've gotten in the
Hmm.
past where the underdog comes out and wins. Like it just feels kind of
it's because
eh.
it's because Aubrey can play like a pretty decent end game, but her early game and her middle game is shit. That's like where it
Yeah, it
comes
really
from.
just I
Because
think
like
yeah, I think that's
watch
yeah, go ahead.
watching Aubrey pre-merge was like watching a beat dog. You just gotta sit there and feel bad for it and like hope it can reach the bowl of water. That's
She
kind of
was
how it
crying
felt.
every single episode.
She
People
was
were talking so
crying.
much trash about her.
She
Nobody
was getting
wanted
fucking
her. Nobody
she was
wanted
getting
her in their
harped on
plans.
by she was getting harped by Genevieve. Holy crap, Genevieve was on her ass the entire time. It's like a big bully. Felt like
I
a
think
big
yeah, the
dog.
biggest factor is just that like yeah, I feel like her win feels so much so that she just survived long enough and was kind of a threat. But like it's just like circumstantial. Then
Hmm.
I mean, you need luck, you need good circumstances to win Survivor. And Aubrey in the end game is recognizing who she needs to beat and takes advantage of it, takes out the people she needs to take out, and then she goes on to win. Like she's aware of her positioning. It just felt like she just wasn't aware or was actively doing bad or just kind of surviving by luck for win at the end of the day. But I think her end game and her awareness of her position within the game throughout, and I think that's why I liked her in the early merge, is that she felt very, very aware of her position. And like she was just getting like that little side content where she's like building her bonds. And like when we were building up to that Phoenix Rising moment where she takes out Cirie, like in the previous episodes, like that's when I liked Aubrey the most, and I think it's yeah, it's just because the end result was just underwhelming that it just feels like okay. I mean, Aubrey's gonna win. I understand it. I respect it, but it's eh.
Hmm. Now, do you think Tiffany can win? Imagine Aubrey goes home. Tiffany goes. Tiffany
Apparently,
goes to the end
Apparently.
with
no.
Tiffany goes to the end with Joe or Rizzo or like Joe and Jonathan. Shit, Tiff might have a
I mean,
chance.
I guess maybe edit. I think maybe game wise, as for what was actually happening out there, maybe Tiffany is the second biggest threat. But I think edit wise, if there's any other winner here, it's Rizzo or it's maybe Jonathan. Tiffany just doesn't have the edit. Joe doesn't have the edit or the gameplay to win this season. So it's one of those three. 99% sure it's Aubrey. And then maybe a 0.5% chance for Jonathan or for Rizzo.
Do you
Man,
think?
it's hard to say Rizzo gets an edit. All he does is make like he just makes little quips.
Yeah, I think he played a good game. Like, I think he played a larger factor. I don't want to rag on Aubrey too much, but I feel like there's part of me that's just like Rizzo played a larger factor in Cirie going home
Yes.
this episode than Aubrey did. But this
Yes.
was supposed to be Aubrey's move.
Hmm. I agree. And also Rizzo didn't eat his chicken breasts. And everybody on the island was very annoyed because like they don't get any food and this guy's a picky eater and wouldn't even eat his auction item, which is
That pissed
actually
me
kind of
off.
crazy
Right
that
now,
he'd rather starve than
that
eat that.
that
But
that would piss me off.
Hey, I don't know if you guys
I'm
saw it, but
I,
I pointed out that
I'm
Rizzo's got some
Jonathan, right?
abs.
I'm Jonathan, right? I spend $400 on a fucking sea slug, and I see Rizzo over here complaining about the chicken breast that he bought for cheap.
I don't want this. Sounds like Isaiah.
what? No. What the hell? What are you talking about? I would eat chicken breasts. No problem with chicken breasts.
Would you
I
eat the
was
sea
gonna.
slug?
Would I eat the sea slug? I mean,
Would you attempt sea slug?
I think I would, yeah, because I'm on Survivor for like the fun of it, but I'm not gonna,
Or
of
would you eat
course.
the grubs like Aubrey, who's a psycho?
Yeah, that's why she's winning because she ate the grubs. That was her biggest move. She's gonna claim that at FTC. Uh that she took the chaos in the auction. That was her big move. Oh wait, hold on. We gotta stop the
Oh
Oh,
podcast for
shit!
this.
oh
This is
my
Oh
goodness.
shit! Oh my god!
Well, that was disappointing.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
God.
I didn't see any rare packs, but you
Oh,
better get something good.
Oh,
Oh, hey, Mega's on.
oh, Magnezone. I'm only missing like two cards, but I have a lot of pack points. I'm trying to get to the 1250.
oh, there's something.
Oh, Mega
Oh,
Blaze.
your favorite.
Gosh, get this guy
I
off
got
me.
a card the other day. Nice.
I could probably get a
Oh,
Jolteon
was that
for him.
another one? Oh, it's just that
It's
guy.
camera ups.
What a great Survivor podcast, guys.
Man, we can't ever get like a 2-star?
You got a
Damn.
two-star,
No,
the other guy.
guess not. I
Well,
was. Go
I got a
ahead.
trainer this morning. I can't complain.
I was gonna say, do you guys think that Aubrey also wins because it's more not necessarily that Aubrey played the best game out of the finalists, but more so because the final three is just bad and she's just like the lesser of the three evils. And also, she is the last non-new era person standing. And I could see maybe some people not wanting to award a new era person to win season 50. And so Aubrey's just kind of like gonna win by default, I guess.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I agree with your latter point, but not former. I don't think it would be a bad final. If we're going with our assumed final three of any combination of Joe, I think it would be a fine final three because I think Rizzo and Jonathan have both played solid games. And Aubrey, like, I see why she wins against them. Like, she was the underdog who was making moves and she was surviving despite being targeted. That's something that the jury always notices. Like, it's not like she was a disrespected player, an unliked player. She's probably a pretty like averagely liked player who made it to the end being a scrappy underdog, and she managed to survive and take out the big threats. That's enough. Even though Jonathan, who was like making some moves and was generally in the majority, but he wasn't very liked. But he still played a solid game, so I don't think it would be a bad final three. No, I think it would be a good final three, not a great final three. But I think, yeah, I would agree that I think a factor in a lot of the jurors' minds is that they want somebody to be a representation of all of Survivor. So picking somebody that played in the new era that's only a one-time player is going to be a factor, probably either conscious or subconscious. It'll be a factor. All
I agree.
right, guys, it's my turn. Ready?
You got a 10 pack?
I'm gonna open a 10 pack, sure.
Damn, how the hell do you guys have all these hourglasses? Oh, we cannot
Well,
see
It's
that.
good to
That is way
focus.
too bright.
as always,
Yeah, hold on.
I don't open single packs.
There we go.
Oh,
Which
wait.
which one are you doing?
We're gonna get Cyrus, all right?
Oh shit.
Oh, it got too bright again.
Okay. I didn't see any flashes.
We got Mischievous, Cynthia. Oh, I'm not. You're going too fast. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, the background.
oh,
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 that's
that's
pretty
still a
good.
two-star though.
two
It's not
star for
bad.
me. Nice.
Okay.
I love it when that background changes colors.
Come on, Cyrus. Where are you, Cyrus? I don't think I'm gonna get Cyrus, guys.
Yeah,
That's what, 8 or 9?
I have
that's
no idea.
Oh,
I think that's nine.
I think this is
that was
9.
9.
This is the last one here. Well, I got a 2-star.
Hey, there you
That's
go.
not bad.
Oh, and I got a few gold cards, it looks like, too. All right, Isaiah, it's your turn.
I don't have any packs to open. I can't even open
Um,
one.
Never have shit, bro. Shit.
Yeah, because I always open like a pack whenever I can, as soon as I can. I don't like hold on to my hourglass.
that's just disappointing. All right, what else do we have to
Yeah,
talk
like
about?
Aubrey winning this season. No. I was gonna say, nah, I'm joking, but No, I would have been happy with Aubrey winning if Aubrey played like a Ko styled game, but she didn't. And I know
I mean,
like
I don't think it's wrong to say that she kind of did. I think
no,
in a
Aubrey
way. I
had
think
a lot more
but she's
control and
less of
agency.
yeah, I think she's less of a figurehead this season, where more it's just like she's one of the bigger dogs that did stand out the same way that Devens or Christian did, and then she just happened to squeak by.
Devens and Christian didn't really do shit. Like I feel
Oh
like
yeah, but they're really big personalities. They're insanely likable.
yeah.
Like you're on a tribe with Christian or Devens, you know they're taking a lot of screen time.
You might have to vote him out so you can get some screen
You know,
time.
some
Think
people
about it.
actually do
Exactly.
that. Some people actually do that on Survivor. Like that's like their motive for wanting to vote certain people out. I think it's kind of crazy. I
Well,
wouldn't
yeah,
care.
like if
Really?
I'm on a tribe with Boston Rob, I know full well, even if I make the best move of all fucking time,
You're
if
not
Boston Rob
the
also
world won't
voted for
see it.
that person, yeah, if Boston Rob also voted for that person, guess what? The editors are giving all the fucking credit of that move to Boston
That's
Rob.
valid though.
So I'm
That's
voting Boston
agree.
Rob out.
That's
Okay, Boston
100%.
Rob, that's different. Yeah, because it's Boston Rob. He's gonna get
No,
all the which by the way, Boston Rob is
no,
overrated.
I say that that's actually smart though. I know you said that's bad, but imagine you're on the island, you're thinking you're making these great moves, you're ready for the world to see the moves you make, just for them to like shadow your edit and give it to some fucking like hippie, all right, that's
Yeah,
that's
like
also just
yeah,
a
great.
loud
Imagine,
personality.
yeah, imagine I pull off this great blindside. Fucking a year later, the episode airs, and the only confessional I get is me being sad we didn't win the reward in fishing gear.
Wait, hold on. But on Survivor, let's say this is like an all newbies cast. There's no way to really know who's gonna get all the screen time. Yeah,
Oh
there's
no,
gonna
but
be
you could
like
probably
big
see the big
personalities,
personalities versus the
but
small
but they might be
You
like
personalities.
very
see,
like
you
polarizing
can
too.
tell
Like
though, you can
people might not
tell.
like them.
You can instantly tell. You can instantly tell just by the way people
Yeah, like
talk.
I'm sure they could tell on the island that Rome was going to get a lot of content. I'm sure.
You see Q, you know is getting more screen
Okay,
time than you.
Q, yeah.
They put comedians and they put well-spoken people in the cast. They're getting the screen time, and then you're
Exactly.
sitting there making the moves, but you're the one reading all the Instagram comments of the people talking shit about you, saying you're not doing anything.
Well, honestly, if I won Survivor and that's what happened, I got like an Erica type edit. I wouldn't really care because I won Survivor. So, and they'd find a
Okay,
way.
okay, okay, but imagine you play like a good game that could get you like recognized to like maybe come back again, maybe give you some little popularity or something. Not that maybe you don't want to be like popular, but like you want to have some type of like reputation, and then you're sitting there, you're getting like I don't even know like who's a good example of this. I don't know.
Heather.
Someone,
Who
Heather
um,
from 41.
did have
yeah,
Heather?
they every time Isaiah's on every time Isaiah's on the camera, they're gonna panel you onto sit in the hammock or sitting down on the ground not doing stuff.
Oh my
they're
God.
gonna
They're gonna
Yeah.
what? They're gonna
they're
do
gonna
what they
portray
did
you to
like
be
with Angelina
the
this season, and it's just gonna be like some guy that's like a huge personality, entertaining. Isaiah's just lazy, and then it's just gonna
Isaiah,
pan to like just me just laying in the hammock.
Yeah. Isaiah, he says he's gonna go get fired and he comes back with two little fucking sticks. What is that?
you're actually getting the firewood, but the one time they pan the camera to use when you're sitting down not doing anything.
Yeah, I made the fire, and the edit shows like someone like Q just like using the machete with the freaking flint, but they never actually show him making the fire because he never made it. I did, but they want to make it seem like Q made the fire.
I,
Wow.
guar- I guarantee you they've done that before.
Probably, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. Well, do we have anything else to talk about for this episode?
Let's talk about should do we? I mean, the only thing I think we honestly, I think there's more talking points when it comes to like predicting the finale than there is like this current episode. Like talking about the finale, I guess,
I
which
mean, yeah.
I guess we
Like,
kind of
okay,
talked about.
before this episode, I would have been questioning like how would Tiffany because she's not a threat at all. But now I really feel like the whole narrative for the final five is we got to beat Tiffany at immunity, and then they beat her, and then they vote her out, and and it's all like RRD. They didn't gate me up, so now I got an idol. I'm in the final four, baby. And then they just vote out Tiffany for one. It.
Man, I can lay out exactly what happens.
Do
Be
it.
like,
Okay, go ahead.
Joe wins final five immunity. Rizzo plays the idol. Everybody else votes for Tiff. Final four. Joe wins immunity. Aubry and Rizzo go to fire. Aubry wins fire. Final three. Aubry wins.
So you think there's fire? Because we don't know that yet. It's
And
not
wasn't that
confirmed.
confirmed that there was
It was
fire?
it's rumored, I guess
But if
spoiler alert.
oh,
It's
was it? I have no idea.
it's rumored according to like the leaks and spoilers that we're going to have fire. It's not like confirmed by like CBS
Aubrey's
or
beating the
anything.
shit out of Rizzo in fire because I have zero faith in like Rizzo's capacity as like a physical human being. Like,
Well, he
like
was
I
in the fire
seriously,
making challenge on 49 and he did not do well.
Did he ever make the fire though?
I seriously think Kyle could hobble on one less Achilles and do more in most of the challenges than Rizzo.
Thank you. Thank you. I know. I
I'm not
agree
gonna
with this
lie, I'm
statement.
gonna sound so stupid. I actually thought you meant like the Kyle on this call at first. I was like, oh yeah, Kyle from the season.
No, I mean maybe you could do that. You could probably do about the same.
Me?
I don't know how athletic you are, so I'm not sure how you translate.
I could win a fandom challenge in my day.
We've all won a fandom challenge. Does that necessarily mean
You
we're
know,
all athletic?
you know, I, I don't know how good you'd be at that little little like rope balance thing. You know, maybe.
I'm probably pretty good at it. It's
I think
always
that's
that
more of a game of
random stupid stuff
patience.
that I'm somehow really good at.
Oh, dude, I'm like impatient, so you'd see me just ripping it as fast as possible, and like maybe I'd like slow down towards like the final three, but I just rip it as fast as I can. Maybe that'd fail.
Yeah, I mean that'd
So
probably be my strategy too.
wait, so hold on here. Now, who has won the least amount of immunities? I'm not gonna count DM games. Who has won like the least amount of base game immunities here? Because I actually
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I'm assuming
I'll,
it's
I'd have
not
to.
you, Kyle, because I mean, you did go on a
I'll,
5 freaking immunity streak.
I don't know. Are you known to win a lot? I win. I can win like honestly. I'm not that much of a winner in Mutual. I can win like maybe like one, maybe two.
The most I've won in a season is 3.
I think I've won. I think I won like the most like on your season. I mean, if you want to count like fire as a challenge, then
No,
it's
I'm
kind of.
just thinking immunity challenges. Um,
I think I won at least two in that All Star season.
I think you did, and you won one the first
Yeah,
time.
because I think it was like one where it's like orange eating, and then it was like the card throwing. I know I won
Mhm.
those two for sure.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I'm trying to
But
think
yeah.
like uh
I remember that challenge. I used a small ass like Mekon fucking orange.
it looked like a regular size orange to me on the camera. I don't
That's
know.
good.
I mean, I won three immunities
Maybe it
in
looked big because your hands are
Aztec.
small.
I won a immunity in
Hands aren't that.
Conquest, and that one was an endurance challenge too. I sat there on call with Micah balancing a ping pong ball on some solo cups for over an hour.
I used to be able to palm a basketball. My hands aren't that.
I don't know. Uh, you're not
All
a
right,
very
moving
tall
into the
guy.
draft for this week.
So
We can end this episode off and stop going off on random
So
tangents.
I am not the least athletic because I think I've won the second most amount of immunity.
athletic,
Yeah, great. But who's the better skater between the two of you?
athletic.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
fall, so it's definitely me.
you
I don't know.
hold
I've
on.
seen a
Did you see
picture
me
and
fall? Did you see me fall?
You
yeah,
admitted I saw on your pants the ice on your pants. You said it several times. Oh, Isaiah, I just fell again.
You never saw me though.
yeah, I've seen a
Oh,
picture from
whatever.
when you guys went skating, and it was
Oh, that
Isaiah
was such a
holding
bad
on to the
picture. It
You
really
wall.
were,
was.
yeah,
That was a
yeah.
terrible picture. He took it at the
You're not gonna,
wrong time. It made me look so bad.
you're not gonna fall on the wall the entire time. That's. I was like, I try to avoid the wall as much as possible.
It's so cute. You guys went on a skating date together. That's so nice.
He really wanted
All
to go
right,
ice
moving
skating
on
for
to the
some reason.
draft. So for this week,
It was just there. It's not wasn't
It
planned.
was just there. That wasn't a part of the plan, yeah. But if we ever go ice
okay.
skating again, I'm not holding on to the rail and I'm not gonna fall.
You are. Yes, you are. Shut the. Yeah, you
No.
are.
Mm-mm. Anyway, okay, I know Kyle's been really
All
been
right.
trying to get to this draft, so let's just get to the
Yeah,
draft.
so we can end this episode that's been about we've probably been recording for like an hour and we've been talking about Survivor for 15 minutes. All right. Views with this one. So for draft, we lose Devens in seventh place. It was a 6-0 vote. So that's plus 18 because he got whatever place he got, seventh place, for an overall score of plus 12, which brought Stallings to 20. So he was tied
I
with
bet
me
you
after
missed.
that. Then we lose Cirie 4-2. So that's plus 19, minus 4, plus 15, bringing Stallings into the lead going into the finale with 35 points. And since Aubry got 2 votes against her, Isaiah, who finally clawed his way into the positives last week, goes back into the negatives this week with -1. So, Isaiah, you're in good standings heading into the finale because you have a lot of points left to earn. You have 3 people left. Stallings' team, aka Jeff's or Hefe's team, is only at 1 person, same as me. I have Jonathan. Hefe has Joe, but you have Tiffany, Rizzo, and
Hold
Aubrey.
on.
However, you also have a 30, what is that, 36, 37 point deficit to make up to catch up to Stallings, and Stallings still has 1 person who's worth a point to earn. So.
Okay, this is off topic, but do you know like jefe is actually like a Spanish word, and do you know what that means in English?
I'm sure I knew at some point, but I can't remember.
It means boss. Why are you calling him the boss? He is not the boss around here.
I'm the
I don't
boss.
know. He looks very boss-like. Like I could
Or is
imagine
he
him
very
like I
bossy?
could imagine the 3 of us on call right now. It's like peak COVID. He's like reading out our quarterly reports and he's like chastising you for logged out during work hours.
He's not
I
the
am the
boss.
boss.
No. But what was I gonna say? Listen, my whole arc or story arc, whatever you want to call it for the draft, is gonna be like Aubrey's game on season 50. I was down in the
Oh,
dumps the entire freaking time. People ruled me out, didn't think I'd win. I was in the negative, but you know what? Finale night, out of nowhere, I come out and win the whole freaking thing.
what
Honestly,
you're
I wasn't
saying is your
surprised.
win's
Yeah,
going
you
to
got
be
a lot
really
to you
unsatisfying.
got a lot to say. You're like the biggest Aubrey hater, and you're over here talking as
Well,
if you're.
she's on my team, and she's
You
probably
should hype
gonna
her up more. Then hype her up
Yeah,
more.
so
And
she's
listen,
probably
the
gonna win the
draft
whole
will
draft
come
for
down to
me.
Stallings and Isaiah, but I want to point out that I was winning for 99% of the season. Or no, I'll go down 95% of the season. So that's what really matters.
Does it
I just
though?
want to point that out.
Because it's like if you're on actual
Yeah.
Survivor and you play like this masterful game from day one all the way to like day 25, you go out because you can't, like, you go out to somebody like a freaking Gabler and because you can't win a fight. Like, that's like Jesse. Like, well,
So I'm
okay, that's a
Jesse.
bad
I'll
example
take
because
it.
I
I'm
really like
Jesse.
Jesse.
Thank you. I
But
am Jesse Lopez from Survivor 43. Thank you, Isaiah, and the
no, that's
podcast.
a
I
bad
appreciate
example because
it.
I really like Jesse. Let's say you're like,
You don't really like me?
but I'm trying to like downplay your whole draft, and
What, the
that's like a
fact that I was
compliment.
winning for 90% of the season?
you can call him Rick Devens from
Yeah,
Midwest
but the
Specials.
point is you didn't win.
You might not win
Like on
either.
Survivor,
You
you
got
don't
you
win
got to
for
make up
doing
quite the
well like
deficit there,
95% of the
Buckaroo.
time.
I don't
All
know.
right. Anyway, so Hefe, give us your
He's not
thoughts
the
as a first
boss.
time point joiner of the podcast. You only have Joe left going into the finale. How are you feeling about your chances in the
He has
draft?
Joe as his one person.
Fuck. Honestly, I wish it was anyone else. I could have given some better words. Damn.
Honestly,
So
literally.
you do not have
You
faith in Joe.
if you rewarded some points based on immunity challenges, I'd feel, a little bit better to stack some points. I mean, I don't think I'll earn a single final trouble council vote, but
Hold on,
All
okay.
right.
I feel confident making the top three.
Speaking
Yeah.
of
I
FTC,
think Joe will confidently be our fire or our what is it, third place Europa finalist. Which
okay.
hey, that's he two-peated in that. He'll have made FTC twice and gotten 1 vote.
Maybe I could see like fucking coach throwing a vote on Joe. Maybe.
I feel
No,
like
I think
Coach
he'd
goes
vote for
Jonathan if he's
Jonathan.
there, and I think they're
Yeah.
both going to be there.
Yeah, so actually I think that's a good I guess discussion
Yeah, nobody
topic.
votes for Joe. Nobody votes.
Assuming that the final three, let's just say the final three is Aubrey, Jonathan, and Joe. What is the vote count? What do you guys think that vote count is going to look like?
How
I
many
think
juries are
honor
there?
and integrity. I see Jonathan getting three votes, maybe four, because like maybe there's a world where like Christian votes for him or Ozzy votes for him or something, and he gets another vote. But I think he probably gets Chrissy, Coach, Stephanie.
I
I think it'd be interesting to know like where does Rizzo fall if like Rizzo's there instead of Joe or Rizzo's there instead of Jonathan? Because I think it's going to be a combination of Aubry, Joe, Rizzo, Jonathan, out of any one of those latter three. So
man,
like
Rizzo
where does
can.
Rizzo fall if he's there instead of say Joe? Like
I
because
think
that's an interesting final three. I think. Well, not interesting. I think Aubry wins, but like how do the chips fall to them?
I think Rizzo will get like maybe like 3 to 4 votes max.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting
I think
Ozzy's vote. Ozzy was pissed at him, but he could get Cirie's vote.
I think the way he would like talk about himself would like piss people off. I mean, first off, his voice is a little bit annoying, but I feel like the way he kind of like or his like speech pattern would be kind of just annoying to listen to at a Final Three.
Yeah.
I
I don't
was
know.
gonna
Like I could see him getting, yeah, maybe Cirie's vote, but beyond that, like even so, I don't see like Rizzo, I just don't see where he gets the votes from if he gets there. Jonathan, I think, yeah, he'll get a few votes, but not enough to win. He'll basically just get his votes from his allies, which I would like for him to get 4 or 5 votes and then Aubrey wins. Just because I think Jonathan has played a game enough to deserve it, but obviously social game is a big factor. So if he's not liked enough, then he's not liked enough, and that's on him. But beyond that, I just like I like seeing an interesting final vote count. And what how many jurors are there? Is there going to be
there's
11?
11.
Hmm?
Yeah, so it would be what an 8 to 3 to 0 vote potentially, or if maybe if Cirie votes for Rizzo and Rizzo's there instead of Joe, it would be a 7 to 3 to 1. Like, that's whatever. I think it'll be fine, but we'll see what happens. But
I don't
I did not hate this season. I know it's not over, but I didn't hate this season. I think
I
it's
didn't hate it.
fine. It's a bit above and or below wherever I'd rank Game Changers, I think. Just thinking of it in the context of other returning seasons. Like I didn't like Game Changers. I also haven't seen Game Changers in a long time. But I think just because like they're different aspects that I can appreciate. I think the cast was obviously better. The overall direction of the season was better than 50, but the constant twists, like it just felt like the game just wasn't as clean. Like it just was like to me.
I mean,
So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but I think it'll be a little above, a little below Game Changers for me. But I think the season's fine at the end of the day. I know, like, we're critical. Like, for me, I like the cast. The gameplay was good. The boot order was a little disappointing at times, but overall, like, I got a lot of what I wanted from pretty much everyone I wanted. So, I think the season's good. I can confidently say I think it's a good season, just not a great one, which sucks being that we waited so long to get returnees.
I think, and the fact that we've waited so long to get returnees, I think that's why the season, a lot of people is going to say the season is better than what it actually is because we have been so deprived of having returning player seasons. Had this had happened like a game changer situation, let's say this was like Survivor 42 or something like that, right after 40, I think people might have ranked this a bit lower than what people would rank it now, I guess.
Yeah. Especially with having like these three random people, or no, like quite a few random people that have never even played Survivor before, since it's only season 42. That'd be really
Well, you know what I mean.
strange.
If it was a lot closer to like another
Oh.
returning player.
Oh, okay. Well, he didn't say that.
Yeah, but you know
Anyway,
what I meant.
I think we can end off here. Thank you
No, no,
to our
no.
new
We didn't
brand
do
new
our
Shut the fuck up!
tradition.
We're ending the episode. Holy shit! We're ending the episode.
No, we didn't
Crap.
do our tradition. We got to do our tradition before we
Oh,
end.
that's right.
Oh
Oh,
my
that's
god.
right. Oh, our tradition. Oh man, what is our all
Man, I
right.
already.
I'm ready with my bold prediction. Joe's gonna win. That's it. That is
That
it.
is the boldest
Period.
prediction we've heard all season.
Period. Period. That's
Oh,
it. Joe is going to win. My basic
oh,
prediction,
oh,
fucking Joe is going to win another immunity. That's it.
oh. My prediction: we're gonna get some loved ones next episode. Someone that's in the episode.
Wait, what's the other
Final
one?
five. What if I use this? Go ahead.
All right, wait, no, I just had a vision come to me. All right, we're gonna get a teaser for 51. There's going to be a player named Don, Don. It'll be an older man, and he's gonna be a crazy character on 51. That's my bold prediction, on top of Joe winning unanimously.
Okay.
Yeah.
So My my bold prediction is that the queen of this season, Angelina, is going to win the Sia money and the fan vote. It's going to get announced at the live reunion. It's going to be crazy. She's
Yeah,
going to win in
money.
the landslide, the biggest landslide we've ever had for a fan favorite.
I don't even think she'll be top 22.
That's why it's a bold prediction. Um, Let me see. And the boring prediction is that Aubrey's going to win season 15. I know I'm boring.
Oh no, watch Mike White's gonna win. As soon as like Sydney Sweeney starts promoting it for Mike White, I think that's, that's when Mike White gets
Oh,
it.
shoot. Do you think Mike White? Nah, he's not gonna win fan favorite.
Which
I
I don't think
mean,
he's gonna promote for it, and I don't
no, I
think
don't think
like
so. He
I
doesn't
don't
need the
think White
money.
Lotus fans are going out of his way to be like, "Oh, the showrunner, we got to get the showrunner this extra 100 grand."
Which wait, are there any survivors that are actually promoting for it? Wait, just add an ep here. Holy crap! Just, just cut the recording.
All right,
Oh,
thank you for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with the long-awaited
tomorrow.
debut. Tomorrow, no, let's fuck off. We'll be back next Wednesday for the long-awaited debut, a few years in the making or something like that, maybe 2 years or something in the making of a very special guest. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be grand. He's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be enemy to get that guest. We're also gonna have Mike Stallings back to recap the entire season, go over the final tally for the draft. Who's gonna win? Oh, it could be any of us, I'm sure. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Hefe, for joining, giving your insightful commentary on such short notice after never being a guest before. Thank you, Isaiah, for being a Mexicanimal and the
I'm not
recording.
Mexican.
I need
You're
Isaiah to call
not,
me.
you're a
I need Isaiah
Mexicanimal.
to. I need Isaiah to call me Hefe before the recording ends.